Now, good morning. I'm Jeff Sussman, the Dean ad interim of the John Seeley School of Medicine, and it is my pleasure to welcome you to this, the 133rd commencement exercises of the University of Texas Medical Branch, John Seeley School of Medicine. Before we begin, I just would like to ask you to silence your cell phones and other devices so we don't interrupt this important ceremony. At this time, please stand and join Syncope, a student a cappella group who will lead us in singing the Star-Spangled Banner. After which, please still remain standing for the invocation.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets' red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
Thank you very much, Syncope. That was much appreciated. And thanks to the Chamber Brass Quartet for providing music for our ceremony. Chaplain Jennifer Schindler will now give this morning's invocation. Chaplain Schindler?
Good morning, and thank you. Would you please join me for the invocation? Dear gracious and loving God, we thank you for this day, a day of celebration, a day to celebrate our accomplishments, a day to look back and to remember what it took to get us here, and a day to look forward to what may be. God, we thank you for those who have supported us along the way. We thank you for the love, dedication, and encouragement of our families and friends. We thank you for the guidance of wisdom and faculty of our staff. We ask that you help us to remember and to hold on to any worthy dreams and wisdom that have been instilled within us. Remind us of the excitement in learning and of the honor of healing others. Grant us the hope for the future, for it is hope that helps keep us going. And God, we thank you that we have finished this part, and we ask that you would bless us as we gather together now to celebrate this magnificent accomplishment. Amen.
Thank you so much, Chaplain Schindler. Audience, please be seated. It's really a great honor and pleasure to be able to welcome all of our graduates, families, and loved ones, our esteemed UTMB colleagues, and especially our John Seeley School of Medicine class of 2023. We're really excited you could be with us today. This is a time to celebrate and enjoy the hard work that each of you have done. Graduates, I know you've looked forward to this occasion for a very long time. And for many of you, the attainment of your medical degree is a dream that began long before entrance into medical school. Today, you can be proud of all that you've achieved on this journey. I would also like to recognize the family members, the friends, the support that you all have received along that journey. You must be very proud of your graduate. I'm sure your support has been a critical component of their medical school success, and it'll continue to be important throughout their medical careers. Though immensely rewarding, a career in medicine will bring challenges and many difficult and trying times. It is vital then that families, friends, and others support our graduates. They be the rock-hard solace for them, be there to help them, to remind them why they chose this path. Never let them lose sight of their passion, their talent, and their call to serve others. Graduates, today, at long last, you will be able to say that you're a physician. Through hard work, endless hours of studying, and close attention to the wisdom of your teachers, you'll earn this Doctor of Medicine. Medical school is a transformative experience that develops skills that will sustain your success. These qualities include such things as resilience, perseverance, resourcefulness, of course, professionalism, patience, and sometimes even courage. You've strengthened your communication skills, your organizational skills, and your emotional intelligence. You've made friendships. They'll be solidified and have been by the challenges you've all faced together. These bonds can last a lifetime. You receive guidance, knowledge, and encouragement from many outstanding educators. Your mentor's guidance will guide your career and continue to be part of your lives. Please call on us whenever you seek advice, fall in adversity, or share your successes. You've seen firsthand what patient-centered, compassionate care looks like, and you've come to understand why it is essential. You entered medical school eager to fulfill your potential. Today, as you celebrate the completion of medical school, I hope that excitement is renewed as you look forward to the future, your residencies, and practice beyond. You have the power to touch many lives, to comfort in times of need, and lead your communities to better health. I have no doubt you will fulfill this promise and be present as a healer for your patients and their families. The world needs more great physicians. Thank you for answering this call. I know that each of you will do many great things and make UTMB proud. Congratulations on all your achievements. As I look around today, I see a number of our university leaders here, folks here on the stage and out in the audience, who have supported students all through your journey. Please join me in a round of applause as I take a moment to recognize these leaders and thank them for all the support they've given you. You'll notice that Dr. Carnath had the mace that noticed in our commencement procession bears the seal of UTMB and signifies the power and authority vested in this institution. This year, the mace is entrusted to the care of our senior faculty marshal, Dr. Barney Carnath, who is a professor of medicine in the Department of Internal Medicine. Our chief faculty marshals this year are Dr. Judith Aronson, who is professor in our departments of pathology and microbiology and immunology, and Dr. Gail Olson, who is professor in our department of OBGYN, and other faculty marshals include Dr. Rich Coggeshall, who is professor in our department of neurobiology, Dr. Miles Farr, who serves as assistant professor in our Department of Internal Medicine, Dr. Susan Garrick, professor in our Department of Peds, Dr. Sagar Kamprath, who is an assistant professor in our Department of Family Medicine, Dr. Anita Mercado, who serves as associate professor in our Department of Internal Medicine, Dr. Joseph Ray, associate professor in our Department of Pediatrics, Dr. Karen Zotter, professor in our Department of Internal Medicine, and last but certainly not least, Dr. Douglas Tyler, professor and chair of our Department of Surgery. Please join me in recognizing these outstanding leaders. Now, before I continue and invite Dr. Mouton, I just want to take a moment to get off script, but to thank the people who really make this commencement week happen. It's the folks in academic affairs, it's the folks in our alumni office, in our communication, in development office, and all throughout the university. That why this comes off, why I even have a script here, is because of their hard work. I'd just like to take a moment to recognize them. And now I'll call on Dr. President Mouton to be a welcomer to today's special events with a few words. Dr. Mouton.
Thank you, Dr. Sussman. I really appreciate all you've done for UTMB. Again, I'm honored to welcome everyone to today's commencement ceremony to the University of Texas Medical Branch, John Seeley School of Medicine. Do y'all realize you're the first graduating class with the name what? John Seeley School of Medicine, so congratulations. To you, our degree candidates, today marks a major turning point in your lives. This day you transform from medical student to physician. That'll become a reality probably, June 16th, 17th, when that first pager goes off. On this day, you truly become part of a profession dedicated to health, healing, and improving the lives of others. You've accomplished so much already just to reach your medical school goals. You can tell already that you'll be outstanding. You know that from your classmates. Your teachers have given you the education that you so well deserve, and you now approach the continuation of your medical education with the same dedication, embracing working as a team to care for others. Generations of UTMB graduates have come before you, choosing a life of caring, discovery, learning, and teaching. You have become part of that incredible team by your graduation today, and your fellow alumni welcome you to their ranks. We know that you already thank thank them for what they have given back to the institution. We hope you will do the same, and you've just demonstrated that will through your excellent drive to excel in our curriculum. I want to also take the time to thank those dedicated and distinguished faculty members who have spent the time delivering to you the educational curriculum with passion and dedication to make you the best physicians you can possibly be. So thank you to our faculty. They have committed to your education and making sure that you provide the best care possible. Of course, I can't forget the loved ones that are here with you today, all those around that are supporting you and in the back. Hello, everyone. To those family and friends that are here today, thank you for being there for our students throughout this journey so far and the journey to come. They're still going to look to you to help them cope with the stresses of a career in medicine, so I hope you will continue to be there to support them. Graduates, as you prepare for your next phase of lives, I urge you to be both a learner and mentor in all your professional relationships, with your patients, the other members of the healthcare team, with your community. And remember, just by walking across this stage and getting that degree, the community is going to expect you to be a leader. With the title doctor, they expect you to be ready to help all of us in these communities achieve our dreams and goals. I hope you will listen well, be generous with your knowledge and compassion, be a force for positive change, both in yourselves and your families and in your communities. Seize the opportunities. They're going to continue to come, so take advantage of it. And learn from the inevitable setbacks you will have along the way so that you continue to grow and prosper. But mostly, know that all of us here at UTMB are so proud of you. We will continue to be here for you. Do not forget your alma mater. We're here for you. These faculty don't stop being able really to answer your calls. They'll be here if you need something. I know that you will improve the lives of others because you have already improved our lives. You have enriched our faculty, you've enriched our leadership, we've enriched our community of Galveston and the patients you've taken care of. We know that you will continue to do so as you move on to your next phase of your training. And I speak on behalf of the leadership here. I would say all the faculty, staff, all the associate deans, we really can't wait to see what y'all going to do next. We're looking for greatness from you. And to my newest School of Medicine alumni, I say congratulations and best wishes.
Thank you, Dr. Mouton. I would now like to invite our provost, Dr. Deborah Jones, to offer a special welcome.
Thank you, Dr. Sussman. It is my honor and a pleasure to spend this morning with the 2023 graduating class of the John Seeley School of Medicine. Graduates, as you've already heard from both your president and your dean, your hard work has culminated in this extremely important moment in your lives. This is an occasion worthy of celebration, and I encourage you to reflect on all of the rewarding, challenging, unforgettable experiences that have brought you here today. You have worked relentlessly in the pursuit of this degree, and you have learned and grown so much throughout this experience. Though I am sure there have been moments of doubt along the way, you persevered through it all, and you deserve to be very proud. Your loved ones, as well as your faculty and academic leadership, joined together today to congratulate you. We are all extremely proud of you and excited for what is yet to come and what your future holds. With this milestone event, the attainment of your medical degree, you hold the key to a new world of possibilities. Opportunities to help patients receive the care that will enhance their quality of lives, or possibly even to save lives. Opportunities that will contribute to the research that will advance our understanding of health, and opportunities to share all of the knowledge that you amass for the enduring benefit of future generations. I encourage you to embrace these opportunities and continue to work hard in pursuit of your passions You will make the world a better place. I extend my sincere congratulations to each of you graduating today, and I wish you much success in the future ahead. Thank you and congratulations, graduates.
Well, thank you, Dr. Jones. I would now like to recognize the parents, spouses, family members, and friends of our graduates whose support was so important to make this day possible. I know how important they've been to your ongoing success. I'd also like to acknowledge the extended family here at UTMB, the faculty members. We owe a great deal to our faculty, the staff, and others who make this educational experience and your support such a success. UTMB is home to outstanding scholars, scientists, clinicians, and lest we forget, educators, who've instilled in our students the social, moral, and ethical obligations of the profession. Without our outstanding faculty, without our outstanding staff and others, we would not be the world-class learning community of which we are so proud. Please join me in recognizing our John Seeley School of Medicine faculty, the staff, and the others who make this all possible. Okay, we're getting there. With this important milestone, class of 2023, you will officially become part of the UTMB alumni family. It is our hope that you will stay connected to our alma mater. Our alumni are a distinguished group who are passionate in their efforts to facilitate a rewarding experience for all of our students. On behalf of the UTMB alumni, Dr. Jack Henry, president of the UTMB John Seeley School of Medicine Alumni Association, will deliver a brief message. Dr. Henry.
Well, boy, y'all did it, didn't you? You're now doctors. Tomorrow you'll be broke. Congratulations. My name is Jack Henry, and I feel very unique standing up here. I sat in your seat 59 years ago. First, I would like... That better be for Jane and not me. First, I would like to acknowledge to the people who have supported you in these last years, and you've given them plenty of hands. But I'd like for each of you to raise your right or left hand. Everybody, 300. And I would put your two fingers like this, and I'd hook 'em horns. I have come to you today as president of the Alumni Association to highlight the help that the alumni have given your support to the current medical students. After all, UTMB has graduated over 15,000 physicians up to date. The association has supported you with $100,000 worth of scholarships in the last 4 years. Provided your white coats as freshmen, remember that? Paid for your pathoma study guide for students, remember that? Advised you in the practice of medical course of medicine, remember that? And events such as help support Match Day. Now is the time for you to continue these services as members of the association. You will enjoy the homecoming scheduled at 10-year intervals and enjoy the changes and relive the past. The Alumni Association gives you a full free membership for the first year after graduation. I'm asking you to commit to the annual membership fee fund after that in order to start the heart of giving back what you have been given. You will enjoy a lifetime of close connections, warm friendships, and fond memories. Thanks.
Well, thank you, Dr. Henry, and to all of our alumni. We really appreciate the support. Now, I'd like to introduce Senior Class Vice President Brian Beasley, who will present the Gold-Headed Cane Award. Mr. Beasley.
Good morning, everybody. The Gold-Headed Cane Award was established on the campus of the University of Texas Medical Branch in 1960 by the late Dr. Charles T. Stone, a 1915 UTMB alumni and longtime chairman of the university's Department of Internal Medicine. As vice president of the fourth-year class, it is an honor to participate in this ceremony. You will find the story of the Gold-Headed Cane printed in your program. This award is given to bring the art of medicine more prominently to the attention of the students, and is given to that student who, in the opinion of his or her peers, best exemplifies the qualities of the practice of the art of medicine. Will the 5 finalists please come forward as their names are called? Roshane Ali. Austin Heron. Jenna Dale Reisler. Gabrielle Sierra Siegel. Lilianne Michelle Villarreal. And it is my pleasure to present the 2023 Gold-Headed Cane Award to Austin Heron. Congrats, Austin.
Congratulations to our finalists and winner of the Gold-Headed Cane Award. It is one of the highest honors we can bestow. It's now my pleasure to recognize the 2023 recipients of the Ashbel Smith Distinguished Alumni Award, the highest honor given by our John Seeley School of Medicine Alumni Association. The award recognizes outstanding service to the medical profession in the memory of Dr. Ashbel Smith, a prominent figure in Texas medicine, politics, and education. At a special ceremony last night, our honorees received a miniature sculpture of Old Red along with a special certificate. Today, I have the honor of presenting each of them with a special medallion bearing the likeness of Ashbel Smith. Please refer to your program for the full biographies of our award winners. This year, we have the honor of recognizing 6 distinguished alumni. Our first honoree is Dr. Michael Cohen. Dr. Cohen is a class of 1974 graduate. He's a diagnostic radiologist from Houston. Over his professional career, his focus shifted from private practice, interventional radiology, to an academic-based breast imaging practice. Over the span of his career, breast imaging has evolved into an exciting, image-guided interventional subspecialty to which he has dedicated himself in research, teaching, and in patient care. Dr. Cohen, please stand for a round of applause. Our next honoree is Dr. Philip Leggett. Dr. Leggett is a member of the class of 1980. He's a pioneer in laparoscopic surgical techniques. He traveled the continental United States and Europe to learn innovative methods which it used as a springboard to progress in smaller and less invasive trocars and the advancement of these endoscopic procedures. Armed with these developments, he's been asked to travel the world and teach his techniques for the Ethicon endosurgery and was sponsored by Johnson & Johnson, which led him to develop one of the first laparoendoscopic fellowships in the United States. That's a mouthful. Dr. Leggett, please stand for a round of applause. We'll now recognize Mark Lehrman. Dr. Lehrman graduated from UTMB in 1973. He's a retired nephrologist from Dallas, Texas. He's noted for establishing the HCA Medical City Dallas Kidney and Pancreas Transplant Program in 1997. Transplant program has performed more than 1,300 kidney and/or kidney transplant pancreases since 1998. The program is currently one of the largest transplant programs in Dallas. Dr. Lehrman, please stand. Our next honoree is Dr. Bobby Limmer from the class of 1968. Dr. Limmer is a retired dermatologist and plastic surgeon. He's credited with becoming the first to introduce dissecting microscopic dissection into the production of naturally occurring follicular units to produce a completely natural cosmetic appearance. I don't know, but sounds cool. For this work, he's received multiple international recognitions. Maybe off time I can learn from Dr. Limmer what exactly he's accomplished, but please stand and let's give him a round of applause. Next person to recognize is Dr. Gregory Oshanek. Dr. Oshanek, 1977 graduate, is a neuropsychiatrist who in 1981 became involved in the emergency subspecialty of brain injury medicine. He was the inaugural National Medical Director of the Brain Injury Association of America and is now Medical Director Emeritus. He and his wife established the Center for Neurorehabilitation Services in 1991, providing outpatient brain injury medicine evaluations and neurorehabilitation to over 6,900 individuals across the U.S. and internationally. Dr. Oshanek, please stand. Our final honoree is Dr. Shilpan Patel. Dr. Patel is unable to be with us today, but I wanted to just share a few comments. Dr. Patel is a 2001 graduate of UTMB and is known as a leader in radiation oncology and became the youngest fellow in the history of both the American College of Radiation Oncology and the American Society for Radiation Oncology. He currently practices at Good Samaritan Hospital in Los Gatos, California, and leads global medical affairs for the oncology franchise as an executive medical director at Gilead Sciences based in Forest City. Please join me in another round of applause for all of our 2023 Asheville Smith Distinguished Alumni Award recipients. Well, it's now time to be able to introduce our commencement speaker. I got to speak with him a little last night and was very impressed with his credentials and achievements. Dr. Bernard A. Harris is well known for his long, accomplished, and storied career. A veteran astronaut for over 20 years, he's logged more than 438 hours and traveled over 7.2 million miles in space. Pretty impressive. During his 10 years at NASA, he conducted research in musculoskeletal physiology and clinical investigations of space adaptation and developed in-flight medical devices to extend astronaut stays in space. In 1995, he became the first African American to walk in space. Dr. Harris earned a Bachelor of Science in Biology from the University of Houston, a Master of Medical Science at UTMB's Graduate School of Biomedical Sciences, a Master of Business Administration from the University of Houston, and a Doctor of Medicine from Texas Tech University School of Medicine, which we won't hold against him. He completed his internal medicine residency at the Mayo Clinic and National Research Council Fellowship in Endocrinology at the NASA Ames Research Center and trained as a flight surgeon at the Aerospace School of Medicine, Brooks Air Force Base. Dr. Harris's many honors include 9 honorary doctorates from universities across the U.S., the NASA's Flight Medal, NASA Award of Merit, National Space Grant Distinguished Services Award, James Bryant Conant Award, and the Horatio Alger Award. He is a fellow of the American College of Physicians and a member of the American Academy of Arts and Sciences. Currently, Dr. Harris, well, he just told me that he's retired, but he was formerly the CEO and managing partner of Azaleas Ventures, a venture capital firm that invests in early to mid-stage healthcare technologies and companies. He also serves as the executive director of the National Math and Science Initiative, leading the organization's efforts to improve teacher effectiveness and student achievement in communities across the country. He's been involved in math and science education for over 25 years through his philanthropy as founder of the Harris Institute and Foundation. Additionally, if that's not enough, Dr. Harris is the author of Dream Walker, A Journey of Achievement and Inspiration. We look forward to hearing his wisdom, and now please join me in welcoming Dr. Bernard A. Harris.
Well, good morning, everybody. It is an honor for me to be here today on this illustrious day for you, all of you, especially the graduates, and to have an opportunity just to say a few words to you. And I guess the first thing I want to say is congratulations to each and every one of you. And maybe for the family on the outside, can you applaud these young people, these young doctors that are coming up? And congratulations to you too, because I know you had to put up with a lot. But as they were calling you, whining about all the programs and stuff like that they had to deal with, trust me, I've been there, so I know what you experienced. I'd like to also give my thanks, of course, to the UTMB team and all the things, you know, as you look at this program, just in this program, there's a lot of people that's making this happen. Dr. Sussman, as you've already you've already heard from, Dr. Mouton, of course, and Dr. Carnot, who has carried the staff here this morning. And just a little sidebar, show you how old I am. He was one of my residents way back in the day, so I'm really happy to see him. And then lastly, as always, already been mentioned by Dr. Sussman, there is this whole group of folks that make this whole program happen. And one of the ones that I interfaced with the most was Lori. And that's Lori, and it's DeWillis. I want to make sure I got her name right. And so Lori was working with my team to make sure that I got here. But I remember she sent me an email probably about a month ago and said, oh, by the way, Dr. Harris, thank you so much for agreeing to be the commencement speaker, but we want you to keep it short. I said, trust me, I will keep it short. Because one of the things when I'm speaking to groups like this, I'm always reminded, I think about, who was my commencement speaker? And I have to tell you, maybe I just, getting old and don't remember. I can't remember my commencement speaker. So, no matter how long we talk, it'll be interesting to see if you remember your commencement speaker. So what I'd like to do today, in very short order, Lori, is to share a little bit of my story in an abbreviated version, to share a little bit about the adventure. Everyone that meets an astronaut wants to know what it's like, so I'm just going to touch on that a little bit. I want to end with my view, and that view is one that very few people have had a chance to do, and that's that view of the Earth from space. In fact, if you include all of the astronauts in all of the programs around the world, there have been less than 600 people who have ever been in space. So it's a small group, and so we provide a different perspective, but that's all going to change, what I want to talk about in a minute. And then lastly, which I think is the most important part that I want you to remember today, is the perspective. I've got three lessons that I want to share with you, and I hope that you'll take that back with you. So, my story, I was one of those kids who were fascinated with science and science fiction. At 13 years old, saw Neil Armstrong and Buzz Aldrin land on the moon, and when I saw them land on the moon, it changed my world. I decided that I wanted to follow in their footsteps. And that was one of the reasons why, of course, the reason why I wanted to be an astronaut. In high school, I had to figure out what I was going to major in. Of course, I knew I was going to college because I had no choice in my family. You had to go to college. There was no out there. So I chose medicine, in part from three people. And the first one you probably won't remember, but your parents might remember, and that's Marcus Welby, MD. I don't know if everybody remember that. I watched that program, and he was the reason that I became a primary care doctor. But the real doctor in my life was a guy by the name of Frank Bryant, who was a local physician, African-American physician in San Antonio. And then later on, when I started doing research at NASA, I found out that there was a guy by the name of Joe Kerwin, who was the first American physician to go into space. And so there I had my template to get to space. And so you've already heard about all of the education and all the things that I did in preparation for that. And so what I'd like to do now is just switch to talk about my adventure. Now, as an astronaut, in my class, I came in the class in 1990. There were 23 of us that were selected. We go through a 2-year basic training program, and then we get selected for a mission. And you may not know, but every mission that we go on, we train additional 2 to 3 years for every mission. So it's a lot of work that happens. But that launch day is amazing. I was lucky enough to fly on 2 shuttle missions on Columbia and Discovery. And as you already heard, travel over 7.2 million miles. But getting there is really interesting. We like to say in the astronaut office that it gets our attention. So you've seen the shuttle program before. You know that we have transitioned away from that. But you may not know that the shuttle weighs about 5 million pounds. In order to get that 5 million pounds in the air, we have to light 5 engines that produce a thrust of 7.5 million pounds. And I'm here to tell you this morning, when those engines light, you are leaving the planet in a hurry. When the main engines light, we stick on the ground about 5 seconds or so, then we light the solid rocket motors, and then we get catapulted into the air. By the time we clear the launch tower, we're reaching the speed of sound, 750 miles an hour. And at that point, if you're lucky enough to be invited to see us lift off, you're about 5 miles away. The first thing you see is the vehicle lifting off, and the second thing you feel is the ground shaking. And then the third thing that happens is that you get the noise that finally comes from that translation of the sound from 5 miles an hour, about 5 miles away. On the inside, we're being pushed back in the seat to 2 to 3 times our weight. It's extremely loud, but thank God it only lasts a few minutes. Only 8.5 minutes to get to orbit. And once we get to orbit, which is around 250 nautical miles above the Earth, we go from being pushed back in the seat to 3.5 times our weight to zero gravity, just like that. And everything begins to float, and that's when you know that you are there. As I mentioned, I've had a chance to fly in space a couple of times, done probably over 150 different experiments, including a lot around healthcare and medicine. I did the first telemedicine conference from space, did the first IV from space, did the first physical examination in space, and then also was involved in the first central venous line that was pressed, that was put in on the ground and taken out in space. So a lot of things that I'm very, very proud of. One of the things I'm most proud of is on my second mission, I got a chance to do a spacewalk, you already heard. And if you thought that going up in space and lifting off was scary, you should put on this 350-pound spacesuit called an EVA suit, extravehicular activity suit, and walk outside. And I remember when that hatch opened up, I was looking at the Earth and I hesitated. And not only did I hesitate, but the guy behind me who was ready to get out was trying to push me out, and I would say, I'm not ready to go just yet. Let me get used to this whole situation. And we both did, and we went out and we had a wonderful time. That spacewalk puts you outside of the vehicle, and so you have a wonderful view of the Earth. And it reminds me the way, and ladies, I'm going to get a little spiritual here with you, the way that God sees us here on Earth. Didn't see the differences, didn't see lines of latitude and longitude. What they see is one people on this planet, or spaceship, as I should call it, that is traveling in our universe. So with that as a backdrop, I want to share with you sort of the lessons I've learned at being a physician both here on Earth, also in space. And 3 things that I want you to remember. You have finished your education, as has already been said, that next week or in a few weeks you're going to be called doctor. I remember when that happened to me. I was at Mayo and the nurse was chasing me down saying, Dr. Harris, and I didn't know who in the hell she was talking about and talking to. But at any rate, you've got a lot of education. You've learned a lot. And here's the first thing. No matter how much scientific knowledge you have or how smart you may think you are, what makes a good doctor is how you apply that knowledge. And so I learned that lesson of, you probably heard that medicine's about the art and science. And I learned through years that it is the art part, the art of medicine, that is the most important. Number two is that the world is full of advanced technology. You've already heard that I run a venture capital firm, and all I do is evaluate technology and how it gets applied to our practice of medicine. So you probably heard on television a lot of talk about AI and how it potentially could replace us as physicians in our decision making. I don't think that's going to happen. And so whenever I look at technology and evaluate technology, I look at technology as simply a tool in which I can use to better assess my patient and better do whatever specialty, at least for me, it was primary care, but whatever specialties you choose to do. So make sure that you keep that in mind as these technologies keep rolling on. And lastly, I think that whatever practice that you're going to be involved in, it is important that you carry these four things, these four words with you. Passion about what you do and what you're going to be doing and what specialty that you're going to go into, whether it's research or if you're going to go into administration, whatever it is, be passionate about it. Secondly, compassion. Whether you're a surgeon or a primary care physician, you have to have compassion in order to be a good doctor. Empathy, number three, is important. It's so easy for us to get our degrees and people tell us how wonderful we are and forget that we have to have empathy for the people in which we serve. So keep that in mind. And lastly, be kind. Now, I should not have to tell this group that, but I can tell you in the whatever 40 years or so that I have been a physician, probably close to 50 now, that I've run into a lot of doctors who are not kind. And especially, this is an important message for you to think about. Be kind in whatever you decide to do. So the last thing I'll say as I close here is that one of the things I learned with all those words, I learned those and got those emphasized when I was working in the primary care clinic here and also in the community health centers in Houston, is that if I led with my heart, the outcome would be so much better. And leading with your heart is so crucial in your practice going forward. And secondly, and you can clap, I think somebody was going to clap on that, you can clap on that one. And the second part is finding your voice. You've got the basic education now. You're going to have to now decide, you've already probably decided what specialty that you're going to go in. But you're going to have to find your voice in that specialty and in the world that you're about to enter in. Because it is crucial not only for your success, but it's crucial for the patients that you're going to be serving and the community that you're going to be serving. One of my favorite authors is a guy by the name of Emmett Fox, and he says that your heart's desire is the voice of God, and that voice must be obeyed sooner or later. When I read that, I realized how important that finding my voice was going to be and finding my passion. I realized that provided me the power to overcome adversity. And yeah, you might think that medical school has been pretty adverse. Wait until you get out there in the real world. And so finding that voice will allow you to overcome those challenges that you are going to face. And finding that voice will allow you to have the greatest impact in the world. So my last message to you is go out, now that you've got this degree, and now that you've got these words of wisdom from little old Bernard Harris, go out and make a difference. Godspeed.
Well, thank you very much, Dr. Harris, for sharing that inspiring message and your experience. We really appreciate your taking time to be here for this momentous day. In appreciation for joining us today, we'd like to present you with a commemorative medal. Aha. Back up. Commemorative medal. All right, now Dr. Michael Woods, Vice Dean for Academic Affairs, my old boss, will now introduce this year's student class speaker. Dr. Woods.
Good morning. It is my pleasure to introduce your 2023 class speaker, Mr. Thomas Yetter. He has been selected by the class to deliver this address. Mr. Yetter earned a Bachelor of Arts in Ecology and Evolutionary Biology at Princeton University before earning a Master of Science in Biomedical Sciences from Texas Tech University Health Science Center, where he was inducted into the Honor Society of Phi Kappa Phi. At UTMB, he was inducted into the Alpha Omega Alpha Medical Honor Society as a junior. He has been the recipient of numerous awards, including the Thomas F. Nelson MD Endowed Award in Surgery, the Sherry and Scott Deinhardt MD Endowed Scholarship, and the Walter F. Hascarl Jr. MD Endowed Scholarship. He has served AOA as the Projects and Community Service Committee Leader, leading and organizing service projects and events for the John Seeley School of Medicine's AOA chapter. He was also an officer of the Sunshine Helpers, a multidisciplinary student organization dedicated to advocacy and education about the medical needs of patients with intellectual and developmental disabilities. Throughout his time at UTMB, Mr. Yetter has been engaged in research and has published numerous papers, including several as a first author. Following graduation, he will enter his orthopedic surgery residency at Houston Methodist Hospital. We are excited for the amazing opportunity ahead, and we wish him great success. So without further ado, Thomas, please come up.
Thank you for the kind introduction. More importantly, thank you to everyone in the audience who made it possible for us students to be here at graduation today. We would not be here without your love, support, and advice. Over the past few weeks, I've thought a lot about what made the most lasting impact on me during my time at UTMB. I've worked with amazing professors, attending physicians, residents, and nurses. I've learned so much in the classroom, on the wards, and assisting with research. I've had incredible experiences with patients. But for me, what made this place and my experience special was you, my classmates. During our years together in Galveston, we've seen it all. We've battled a historic global pandemic. We faced divisive elections, civil unrest, crusades for social justice, and mass shootings. We lived through quarantines, isolations, vaccines, hurricanes, flash floods, and deep freezes. And these challenges were all on top of the demands and pressures of med school. After all that, it would have been easy to grow cynical and have a chip on our shoulders. Instead, I watched as each of us persevered through these challenges every day. We supported, encouraged, consoled, and lifted each other up. Regardless of what was going on in the world, I saw you, my classmates, giving your best for our patients and our healthcare teams. Sure, we got tired, even burnt out at times, but we never faltered. I can genuinely say I look forward to coming to school and work, to learn and grow with you every day over the past 4 years. Of course, that's not all we experienced. We've all had those other moments with each other, like the humorously awkward silence in PBL when nobody knew the answer to the question, including the facilitator. Or laughing off an embarrassingly wrong answer after rounds with the other students on the team. Or having that moment of support with a friend when the exhaustion and demands of school seemed like they were just too much to handle. These experiences taught me an inescapable lesson. I have been surrounded by some of the most intelligent, hardworking, and compassionate people I know. You do not need, and I don't have, any profound advice or words of wisdom to live by. But I do ask one thing as we leave to begin our journey as doctors. Please don't change. We have been blessed with wonderful gifts and opportunities, and now it's time for all of us to become incredible physicians who will improve our communities, colleagues, and patients' lives, just like you each did for me over these past years. So all I can say is thank you. Thank you for being my colleagues and friends. Thank you for making my time here so special and unforgettable. And thank you for holding tight to your passion, generous spirit, and drive to become amazing doctors. Thank you.
Well, thank you, Mr. Yetter. Almost, Dr. Yetter. And now, class of 2023, the moment you've worked so hard for, and your family has invested in your futures, this is the award of your diplomas. Dr. Linda Phillips will read the names of the graduates. In order for names to be heard clearly, please hold your applause until all the degrees have been conferred and the graduates return to their seats. We also ask the guests, please do not leave their seats to take photos. In recognition of academic excellence, selected students have been designated for graduation with honors. The highest 15% of the graduating class is ordered 3 levels of academic honors. Of these, the top 2% are awarded summa cum laude. The next 5% are awarded magna cum laude, and the remaining 8% are awarded cum laude. The doctoral hood to be placed on the shoulders of the graduates signifies their academic achievement. Class of 2023 has selected 6 faculty members to conduct the hooding ceremony. These faculty members were chosen by the graduating class in recognition of their outstanding contributions to education. This year's faculty honorees are Dr. Ruth Bush, Associate Dean for Educational Affairs, Dr. Amy Gonzalez, Associate Professor in our Department of Pediatrics, Dr. Ruth Levine, Associate Dean for Student Affairs and Admissions, Dr. Norma Perez-Rafelson, Assistant Dean for Student Affairs, and Dr. Cristiana Rastellini, Professor of Instruction in our Department of Neurobiology, and finally, Dr. Chandler Self, Assistant Dean for Academic Support and Career Counseling. Now, will all the members of the class of 2023 please stand? President Mouton, as Dean of the Faculty of Medicine, I'd like to present to you the candidates for the degree Doctor of Medicine, who has satisfactorily completed the prescribed curriculum and who've been certified by the Faculty of Medicine for the conferring of the degree Doctor of Medicine.
by virtue of the authority vested by the law and the Board of Regents of the University of Texas System, I'll now confer upon each of you the degree Doctor of Medicine with all rights, privileges, responsibilities, obligations pertaining thereto. I offer my sincere congratulations.
Graduates, you may be seated.
I'm supposed to say, will the graduates please come forward, but I think you already are. Graduates will have their picture taken once they exit the stage. These pictures will be given to them as a gift from the Dean of the John Seeley School of Medicine. Graduates wearing a green, white, and gold cord have been elected to Alpha Omega Alpha Medical Honor Society. Members are chosen based on academic excellence, service accomplishments, and demonstrated professionalism. The Texas Alpha chapter of Alpha Omega at UTMB was founded in 1920 and is the oldest chapter in the state. Students wearing a gold cord are members of the Gold Humanism Honor Society. They were chosen for this honor by fellow students based on their demonstration of excellence in clinical care, leadership, compassion, and dedication to service. You may see students wearing various colored cords. These represent completion of an area of scholarly concentration as designated in the Commencement program. 4 members of the class of 2023 will receive the Doctor of Philosophy degree concurrent with the degree Doctor of Medicine today. The PhD degrees for 3 of these graduates were recognized at the UTMB Graduate School Commencement exercises last month. One of our graduates received his PhD degree from the University of Texas at Austin and UTMB dual degree program in 2021. To signify their completion of the program, these graduates were presented with a special medallion which they are wearing today. And now it is my deep honor and extreme pleasure to be the first to be allowed to call you each doctor. Come forward. Dr. Roshani Ali. Dr. Austin Herron, cum laude. Dr. Jenna Dale Reisler, cum laude. Dr. Gabrielle Sierra Siegel. Dr. Liliane Michelle Villarreal, cum laude. Dr. Brian James Beasley. Dr. Thomas Robert Yetter, summa cum laude. Dr. Safir Abbas. Dr. Danny Abdullah. Dr. Ashley Goodwin Adams, magna cum laude. Dr. Corey Austin Abel. Dr. Grace Cohn Abel. Dr. Aiden Afwerk. Dr. Robert Edward Africa. Dr. Pooja Agrawal. Dr. Pranathi Ahuja. Dr. Amir Ali. Dr. Shakruth Rahman Ali. Dr. Atish Samir Amin. Dr. Vanessa Uchena Anunobi. Dr. Daniel Noah Apostle. Dr. Armando Arispe. Dr. Khalid Atiya. Dr. Hashir Ayaz Ayubi. Dr. Sanjana Ramesh Babu. Dr. Daniela Ringur Bansi. Dr. Daniel Jayan Bao, magna cum laude. Dr. David Reed Bayless, summa cum laude. Dr. William Cameron Beard. Dr. Mia Benavides. Dr. Brittany K. Benny. Dr. Ronald Alexander Basandra. Dr. Anthony James Belauda II, magna cum laude. Dr. Ryan Douglas Blackwell, summa cum laude. Dr. Taylor Troutman Blair, cum laude. Dr. Victoria Nicole Bliznek. Dr. Alexander Maxwell Bosley. Dr. Nikki Lee Bowerman. Dr. Sydney Faye Bowman. Dr. Allison Ann Boyd, magna cum laude. Dr. Munchian Boo. Dr. Kylie Lavon Burke. Dr. Cynthia Cabrales. Dr. Matthew Stephen Campbell. Dr. Guillermo Cano. Dr. Rodrigo Mauricio Canseco. Dr. Brenda Carrillo. Dr. Rachel May Cartmel. Dr. Gonzalo Francisco Cedillo. Dr. Karen Chang. Dr. Annie Frances Cherner. Dr. Natalie Marie Close. Dr. Skylar Michelle Collins. Dr. Cameron Taveras Costa. Dr. Andreas Portas Colate. Dr. Servando Cuellar III. Dr. Claire Ashton Culbertson. Dr. Alyssa Dabagji. Dr. Robert Frank Dahl. Dr. Victor Mario Del Principe. Dr. Sun Young Du. Dr. Tao Mai Doan, cum laude. Dr. Jameson Lentz Dowell. Dr. Caroline Elizabeth Loyce Duffy. Dr. Amber Marie Dunmeyer. Dr. Anisha Dutta. Dr. Kayla Adeniki Eburaiman. Dr. Shada Mariam Ebrahimi. Dr. Alexandra Elise Ecker. Dr. Jessimo Estrada. Dr. Chad Landon Evans. Dr. Jeremy Pham. Dr. David Zeke Forrester. Dr. Andrea Sarah Sarish Francis. Dr. Jesus Roberto Franco. Dr. Matthew William France. Dr. Alyssa May Freeberg, magna cum laude. Dr. Casey Page French, cum laude. Dr. Gui Mi Young Full Tang. Dr. Jenna Leslie Gage. Dr. Samuel Sao Yu Gao. Dr. Benjamin Andres Garcia. Dr. Leah Nicole Garcia. Dr. Amanda Michelle Garza. Dr. Sushin Shibu George, cum laude. Dr. Derek Christian Gibson. Dr. Ariana Shireen Gilani. Dr. Andrew Charles Ginsberg. Dr. Stuart Michael Glenister. Dr. Shiloh Claire Goki. Dr. Gisela Gonzalez. Dr. Catherine Nicole Gonzalez. Dr. Margaret Atley Goodwin. Dr. Sunny Gotewal, cum laude. Dr. Ali Jahanzeb Haider. Dr. Debo Prio Halder. Dr. Nantian Lynn Harsel, magna cum laude. Dr. Anaz Hassan. Dr. Blake Parrish Hawes. Dr. Andrew Gerald Heflin, cum laude. Dr. Coraima Hernandez. Dr. Haley Page Hoffman. Dr. Mohammed Hosseini Jugali. Dr. Chengrui Hu. Dr. Zachary Aaron Hunziker. Dr. Sarosh Husseizadi, cum laude. Dr. Nicolas Jose Iglesias, magna cum laude. Dr. Chukwumeka Chika Cullen Igu. Dr. Daniel Arkazlu Jabari. Dr. Reshma Prashant Jadhav. Dr. Catherine Michelle Margaret James. Dr. Tyler David James. Dr. Migara Jayasach Kura. Dr. Reliat Oshioni Jimo. Dr. Sarah Elizabeth Johnson. Dr. Justina Susan Jose. Dr. Kez Maendi Kuruwadia. Dr. Kristen Emily K. cum laude. Dr. Kimberly Hui-Ling Koo. Dr. John Kim, magna cum laude. Dr. Katie Ann Kirk. Dr. Andrew Ko, summa cum laude. Dr. Jean-Pierre Kuchkarian. Dr. Zaur Shamulyevich Komachkov. Dr. Joshua John LaHaye, summa cum laude. Dr. James Hayden Lane. Dr. Brian Tran Lay. Dr. Tiffany Ji Hyun Lim. Dr. Evan John Looper, cum laude. Dr. Laney Ann Mabey. Dr. William Labar Mahoney III, cum laude. Dr. Anthony Maldonado Dueñez. Dr. Gabrielle Cherie Mano, magna cum laude. Dr. April Marie Martinez, cum laude. Dr. Alfred Abraham Matthew. Dr. Warona Nentabisan Matubu. Dr. Caitlin Elizabeth Matty. Dr. Carolyn Emma Ann McCrossan. Dr. Austin Taylor Mefford. Dr. Milad Nasir Marinfar. Dr. Christopher Klaus Melchin. Dr. Emma Nicole Mealy. Dr. Anwar Mary. Dr. Andrew Daniel Merrill. Dr. William Ross Meyer. Dr. Brittany Leanne Miles. Dr. Daniel Fortunato Millsap. Dr. Aisha Kamila Mohammed. Dr. Zufar Nuruddin Momin. Dr. Jacob Allen Moran. Dr. John Luna Moth. Dr. Tiffany K. Munoz. Dr. Ibrahim Musa. Dr. Michael Stephen Nemec, magna cum laude. Dr. Christopher Nerito. Dr. Khan Lin Win. Dr. Eldon Nico Sevic. Dr. Blake Northrup. Dr. Tyler Blake Sekpong. Dr. Ubiagaliaku Nikiruka Okafor. Dr. Robin Odi Nakachuku Okariki. Dr. Christina Atinuke Omolola Onabajo. Dr. Christina Ogechukwu Onyebuchi. Dr. Isaiah Gabriel Ortega. Dr. Shaheen Oji. Dr. Cheyenne Oji. Dr. Kirav Prakash Patel. Dr. Adelie Tristan Perkins. Dr. Ariel Dominique Petronic. Dr. Vincent Tin Fawn. Dr. Catherine Ann Plummer. Dr. Mackenzie Lane Pell, cum laude. Dr. Mohammed Abdurazik Radwan. Dr. Madison Lee Ratton. Dr. Grant Patrick Reed. Dr. Tomas Manuel Ream. Dr. Sarah Christine Rempe. Dr. Dakota Walker Rogers. Dr. Ansuria Saji. Dr. Clarissa Amelie Saldivar. Dr. Sandy Salmon. Dr. Nicholas Andre Sano Roman. Dr. Xavier Manuel Santos. Dr. Kapil Siapkoda. Dr. Lawrence Duke Schaefer. Dr. Haley Grace Schmidt. Dr. Mark Omrith Schober. Dr. Michael Carl Swanaku. Dr. Harsh Singh. Dr. Megan Nicole Slam. Dr. Nathan Russell Smith, cum laude. Dr. Patrick Scott Sullivan, cum laude. Dr. Juliana Catherine Zawalski. Dr. Miranda Gail Taggart, cum laude. Dr. Anika Dunwatney. Dr. Vani Tirumulo. Dr. Janice Ann Thomas. Dr. Alejandra Mireya Torres. Dr. Noah Cristobal Trevino III. Dr. Nancy Tho Trin. Dr. Gregory Anthony Hugo. Dr. Vishva Vel. Dr. Gilberto Mento Jr. Dr. Natasha J. Vora. Dr. Lan Hong Vu. Dr. Sarah Mae Walden. Dr. Jennifer Eileen Waltz, magna cum laude. Dr. Weston Whiteman Ward. Dr. Brittany Christiane Warren. Dr. Alicia Marie Watson. Dr. Trent Stephen Weatherly. Dr. Dylan Gregory Weaver, cum laude. Dr. Rachel Marie Weber. Dr. Chrislyn Renee Wells. Dr. Kendall St. Clair Wermine. Dr. Zach Cam Westenhaver. Dr. Renee Jean White. Dr. Alexandra Gabrielle Whitaker. Dr. Morgan Brianne Williams. Dr. Alina Ahmed Zaidi. Dr. Kate Aline Zipperer. Dr. Mario Antonio Zuniga Palma Jr.
Okay, now let's have one big round of applause for the class of 2023. We could probably do this all morning, but it's my pleasure now to introduce Dr. Victor Jackson, who will lead this year's commissioning ceremony. Dr. Jackson is the faculty sponsor for the commissioning of our 2023 military graduates and serves as the Associate Medical Director for the Texas Department of Criminal Justice Hospital. Dr. Jackson, would you please come forward?
Thank you, Dr. Sussman. Good morning, ladies and gentlemen and graduates. Welcome to the 22nd Annual Military Commissioning Ceremony. I would like to take this opportunity to thank the UTMB leadership for allowing this ceremony, the commissioning ceremony with the commencement. The commissioning ceremony is a time-honored tradition that signifies a new officer joining the professions of arms. This ceremony is a visible sign of a transformation from student to officer, as the commencement ceremony is a recognition of a transformation from student to physician. The oath of office is administered to the new officers as they swear to support and defend the Constitution of the United States. As such, each newly commissioned officer becomes an agent of the executive branch of the government. appointed by the President of the United States. The pinning of the rank is a visible sign of this appointment and the commitment made by the officer. This physician will be entering the proud service of their country as military medical officers. The military medical services provide responsive and reliable health services and influence health to provide readiness, save lives, and advance wellness in support of soldiers, sailors, airmen, marine, military families, and those entrusted to our care, on land, in the air, and at sea. This year, we have graduates who will be commissioned into the Army, Air Force, and the Navy. Each graduate will be pinned by members of their family. I invite the soon-to-be captains, lieutenants, and their family members to please come forward. Dr. Anas Hassan will be commissioned as the captain for the United States Air Force. Dr. John Kim will be commissioned as a captain for the United States Army. Dr. Madison Radden will be commissioned as a lieutenant for the United States Navy. Dr. Dakota Rogers will be commissioned as a captain for the United States Army. Graduate, please turn and face the United States flag and raise your right hand. Repeat after me. I state your name. Having been appointed as, state your rank. In the United States, state your branch. Do solemnly swear that I will support and defend the Constitution of the United States against all enemies, foreign and domestic, that I will bear true faith and allegiance to the same, that I take this obligation freely without any mental reservation or purpose of evasion, and that I will well and faithfully discharge the duties of the office which I'm about to enter. So help me God. Congratulations. For the pinning of the bars, we have for Captain Anas Hassan, parents Tahib and Musun Hassan. For Captain John Kim, parents Dr. James Kim and John Won Kim. For Lieutenant Madison Radden, we have brother Stephen Kolb. For Captain Dakota Rogers, we have wife Taylor Rogers. Ladies and gentlemen, it's my honor to introduce Captain Hassan, Captain Kim, Lieutenant Radden, and Captain Rogers. A round of applause. Officers, you and your family may now return to your seats. Please enjoy the brass quartet play our country. these of thee, as our new officers and family make their way back to their seats. Thank you.
Will the doctors, our newly minted doctors, please rise? Dr. Michael Boyers, who is a professor in our Department of Internal Medicine, will administer the physician's oath to the graduating class. The gavel being used is made from the wood of the oriental plane tree, under which Hippocrates is said to have taught on the island of Kos. It is a gift from the late Dr. Robert Cherry of the class of 1926. Dr. Boyers.
To my newest colleagues and newest graduates, raise your right hand, repeat after me, this is the physician's oath. I do solemnly swear by whatever I hold most sacred that I will be loyal to the profession of medicine and just and generous to its members. That I will lead my life and practice my profession in uprightness and honor. That into whatsoever house I may enter, it shall be for the good of the sick and to the utmost of my power. Holding myself far aloof from wrong, from corruption, from the tempting of others in vice. That I will exercise my profession solely for the cure of my patients. And will give no drug, perform no operation for a criminal purpose, even if solicited, far less suggested. That I will deal truthfully with my patients, respecting their autonomy. That whatsoever I hear or see in the lives of men, which is not fitting to be spoken, I will keep inviolably secret. These things I do swear. And now, should I be true to this my oath, may prosperity and good repute be ever mine. The opposite should I prove myself forsworn. Class of 2023, congratulations.
Okay, we're almost there. Will the audience please stand and join Syncope in the singing of America the Beautiful? Thank you very much, Syncope. Before I call Chaplain Schindler back for the final benediction, I'd like to remind you of a special event following this ceremony. The Dean's reception for our graduates, their families and friends, and our faculty members will be held in the Floral Ballroom located on the second floor of the Convention Center. There are signs to direct you to the escalators leading to this reception. I look forward to seeing you all there. Following the benediction, the audience is asked to remain seated until the faculty members and graduates have recessed. Chaplain Schindler, would you like to please come forward for the final benediction?
Thank you, Dr. Sussman. Please join me for the benediction. May the Lord bless you and keep you. May the Lord help you to remember the magnitude of your profession, that you watch over the life and health of others, that you help heal, that you give hope and comfort. Gracious God, may you help these graduates to honor you, the work that they do, and the people they serve. May you provide for them as they continue to practice the art and science of medicine. Grant them your wisdom and insight. Surround them with friends and family to love and support them, and may they know your peace. Help them to be strong and courageous. So graduates, may you go forth into the world in peace. Be of good courage. Hold fast to that which is good. Render to no man evil for evil. Strengthen the faint-hearted, support the weak, help the afflicted, honor all men, love and serve God. And may the blessing of God Almighty be upon you and remain with you forever. Amen. And congratulations.